Alright, hello and welcome to this video. This video takes you through the basics of command prompt, which is the CLI, the command line interface for the Windows operating system. So this video is going to take you through the basics of using command prompt. Why command prompt? Command prompt is a very important a very important feature of the Windows operating system. It is an interface that is different from the File Explorer interface, where you can click. In command prompt, you interact with the interface by typing in text command. That is how it is different from File Explorer, where you can click on buttons to activate tasks and complete tasks. But command prompt is quite different. So command prompt is very important because it allows you to do certain things that you naturally may not be able to do using the File Explorer. So many things, and then it does many of the things you can also do while you use File Explorer. Interaction with command prompt in this video is necessary because part of what we're going to learn in the introduction to creating applications with Python is how to run your Python scripts, how to execute your Python scripts through command line. So this video is just going to show you how to interact with command line basically, so when we get to that point where we need to execute a Python script, we would know how to navigate. So to begin with, command prompt is a CLI. CLI means command line interface, different from graphical user interface. So CLI versus GUI. So command prompt is a CLI. It is text based, meaning that you can type text in it. You cannot click, it's not clickable. You can only type text in it to execute commands that will complete the tasks you intend to complete. It takes text commands that help you execute tasks on your computer. Now, what really can you do with command prompt? Number one, you can navigate directories. You can go from one directory to another. You can move back to the parent directory. You can move into subdirectories. You can view a list of files and subdirectories in a particular directory. You can create and delete files. You can view files, the contents of files. You can create and delete directories from the command line interface. All of these are done using text commands. Anything you want to do here, you have to use a text command. You cannot click to make anything happen here. So we'll be running you through how to use some of the basic text commands. But part of the things you're going to learn is how to move from one directory to another, how to move from the current directory to a current directory, and how to move from a current directory to a subdirectory inside of that parent directory. You're also going to learn how to use the dir command to take a look at all the files and subdirectories in a directory. You learn how to clear the screen, how to create a directory, how to delete a directory, how to create a file, and how to delete a file, multiple files. So these are the basic things that you're going to learn how to do with command prompt. You're going to learn how to navigate. So to begin with here, I'm going to clear the screen very quickly, and then what we see is a piece of text that begins with C:/users// or model ID. I'm going to change this. We're going to change this to public. So yes, we are here. I have changed this to public. So the piece of text we have C users public. This is referred to as the path. The path to the current directory. The current directory is public. That's the name of the current directory. It is public, and every single part of this, the whole text here, is referred to as the path to my current directory. What it simply means is how we can find our way into my current location on my computer. My current location on my computer is in the public directory. Another word for directory is folder. Many of us are very familiar with the word folder. So currently I am in the public folder. And how did I get to the public folder? I first got into the root of my computer, which is C. This is the root folder of my computer. Every other folder is inside of the C folder. This is the disk. This is the C disk. Now inside of the C disk, we have the users folder, and inside of the users folder we have the public folder. So this whole text here is referred to as the path to my current location. It helps you to navigate. It helps you to know where you are. It helps you to understand the location where you want to carry out your tasks. So this full text here is called the path to your current location, current working directory. So that's the first thing here. Now the next thing we're going to learn is how to navigate, move from one directory to another directory. I just need to mention very quickly, public here is a subdirectory of the users directory, and in other words, the users directory is a parent directory of the public directory, is the parent directory of the public directory. So these are terms that you get to understand and you can use when you try to explain whatever you do as you navigate through your computer on the command prompt. So the first thing we're going to learn now is how to navigate back to the users directory, that's the parent directory of the public. To do that, we use a command called cd. cd means change directory. cd means change directory. So to move to our parent directory here, all we need is cd and 2 dots, and we press enter. Now we are in the users directory, which is the parent directory. For public, we are no more in the public directory. We are in the users directory. And if we desire to go back to the public directory, we would use the same cd command, and we would use it a little bit in a different way this time around. It won't be cd dot dot this time around, it would be cd and then the name of the directory that we want to move into. So we would type public and press enter, and then we are back in the public directory. So basically this is how you can move back to the parent directory and then back again into one of the subdirectories of the parent directories. Now the next thing you're going to learn is going to help you understand how sometimes you can choose which directory you want to go into. We will be looking at the dir command, DRI for dir. We'll be looking at the dir command. What the dir command does is that it helps you view all the files and all the directories inside a particular directory. Currently we are in the public directory, so when I type the dir command here and I hit enter, it's going to display all of the subdirectories inside public and all of the files inside of public, and it does so in a very organized manner. And at the bottom here, it even summarizes what we have. It summarizes the content. As you can see, what we have here is 0 files, meaning in the public directory we have no files, and then we have 7 dirs, meaning we have 7 other directories inside of the public directories. We can count from videos 1, pictures 2, music is the 3rd directory, downloads is the 4th, documents is the 5th, and these 2 dots here, which is something that's likely going to appear strange to you, these 2 dots here mean a directory. The single dot here also means a directory. Now these 2 dots, if you remember the first command we learned, the first command was cd and we added dot dot. Now these 2 dots is actually referring to the parent directory of this current directory, and the single dot is referring to the current working directory. So that's just it. When you use the dir command, it's going to show you a list of subdirectories and files inside of your current working directory, and our current working directory is public. So these are the directories, subdirectories, and no file inside our public directory. We can clear the screen, run the command again, dir. It's going to show you all of the subdirectories and files inside of the current working directory, and we know that our current working directory is C users public. So that's what the dir function can do for you. You have seen what the CLS command can do for you. CLS means clear screen. So this is going to clear the screen for you, make everything neat and clean again. Now the next command we're going to learn how to use is the command that helps you to create a folder. or a directory. Now we need to understand the words folder and directory can be used interchangeably. So we're going to learn how to create a folder inside of this public folder. This is our current directory or our current folder. We want to create a folder inside of this folder. Now first, again, I want us to have a view of all of the directories inside here. We have documents, we have downloads, we have music, we have pictures, we have videos. Now these are the directories we have here. So now I'm going to create another directory, and then we are going to look at the list of directories again in public, and then you will find that directory there. Now the command to create a directory of your own or to create a folder of your own is mkdir. Mkdir stands for make directory. Make directory. Make directory. When I hit enter, it tells us that the syntax of a command is incorrect. Why? Because I have asked command prompt to make a directory for me, but I haven't specified the name of the directory. So to use the mkdir command, you say mkdir, you say make a directory for me, then you have to tell the computer the name that you want the directory to have. So let's say we have cohort 2, that's the name of the directory I want to create, and I hit enter. Alright, good. If we want to confirm that this directory has been created, we need to use the dir command to look at the list of directories and files inside of our current working directory. So when I do this, hit dir, you will find that right now we have cohort 2 as one of the directories of this directory in to create a directory. How can you also delete this directory if you want to do that? It's very simple. It's going to be rmdir, which means remove directory, followed by the name cohort 2. And when you do that, you can confirm by running the dir command again, so you can see the list of directories, subdirectories inside of the public directory. You will find that cohort 2 is no more there. So this is how you can make a directory and how you can also delete a directory. Although there are other things that you're likely going to face, other challenges you're likely going to face. For example, if you wanted to delete or remove a directory that has contents, you may have to add 1 or 2 arguments to make that work out. So quickly, I think I could show you that. So first of all, I'm going to create this directory mkdir cohort 2. Alright, and then I am going to go into cohort 2 and add some content. As you can see, right now I am in the cohort 2 directory. I can run the dir command to view the list of files and directories inside of cohort 2. You will find that we don't have any directories, subdirectories, or we don't have any files inside of cohort 2. Of course, here it says 2 directories. We should understand that these 2 directories are referring to the parent directory and then the current working directory. That's the cohort 2 directory itself, but we don't have subdirectories in the cohort 2 directory. Now we're going to learn the next command. This command is used to create a file. It's used to create a file. The command is very simple. It's type null, then the greater than sign, followed by the name of the file you want to create. Now the file I want to create is a Python file, and the name of the file is test. So I'm going to type test and add the correct extension for a Python file, which is .py, and press enter. Okay, good. I would like to confirm again whether this file has been created here. So all I need to do is run the dir command, and boom, what we find is we have a file in the cohort 2 directory called test.py. We've been able to create a file through command prompt. Now we're also going to learn how to delete this file. To do that, it's very simple. All you need is the del command and then the name of the file, test.py. You press enter, then we run the dir command again. We discover that the test.py file is no more in the cohort 2 directory. Now, like I said the other time, when you choose to remove a directory from your computer, sometimes there could be hitch is, especially if the directory is not empty, there's something you have to do to make sure that you can do that. So what I'm going to do again is I am going to create my file again, type null test.py. Alright, I'm going to confirm that I have that file there. Now I'm going to go out of the cohort2 directory, and now I'm going to try to remove the cohort2 directory so you see what it's going to say. So to remove this is going to be rmdir cohort2. When I press enter, it tells me that the directory is not empty. So how am I supposed to successfully remove a directory that is not empty? To do so, you need the command again, rmdir, that's remove directory, and then you need to specify an argument s and then the name of the directory that you want to remove. Okay, it's supposed to be s. Good. So it's supposed to be rmdir/s cohort2. So what /s does is it provides you with options, and one of the options is y, which means yes, go ahead, remove this directory, and the other option is n, which means no, do not remove this directory. So I'll press yes and hit the enter key, then the command has been carried out. We can check the public directory again to see if our cohort2 directory is there. We cannot find our cohort2 directory. So basically this is how to use command prompt, and you can try some of these out. You can also find other commands that you can use on command prompt and just play around with these commands and see how it works. But you need to be warned, do not use commands that will destroy things on your computer. Do not use commands that will delete important files on your computer. If you don't really understand what a command is going to do, please do not use the commands. So practice and make sure that you know what you're doing. Thank you.